Hi, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be my November stats for Turo. Like I said, at the end of every month, I go over my Turo stats in detail and just basically go over everything. You know, you can compare that to how you're doing and you can see if you're doing better than me or not. I mean, every market's different, but this is good. Yeah, this is good for me. I think it's good for everybody. So let's get into it. I said in my October monthly stats, I said that it should get better and better and better and better and better. This month, I did about $71.83, so right under $7,200. So that's pretty good, you know. For the first 2 weeks, I did about $4,500, and I was like, this is real good. I was averaging about $300 a day, and I was like, man, if it stays like this is a really, really good month. But that's not what happened. It slowed down like a week before Thanksgiving. I mean, it really slowed down. There were so many cars in Waikiki on the platform, not booked. I was like, what is going on? But it finished strong though, so I can't say anything about that. Did less than I wanted it to, but it is what it is. So, first thing I'm gonna go with the expenses, because that's always a big thing. So my expenses, for one, my car loans was about $4,000. So, and my insurance was like $200. And then I fixed them. I got one of my cars fixed that's been sitting for a long time. It needed 2 new tires, it needed to be rotated, and I found out that it needs new bolts because the bolts are too old. All of that came out to be what, about $600, plus I bought a lot of supplies like wipers from O'Reilly's, about $200. So about $800 plus the $4,000, so about $4,800 in expenses. So what is that? You know, 72, 48. What is that, like $2,400 possible profit? Which obviously I should be doing double that if this was pre-COVID. It'll be a lot more profitable. So let's go with this month. I averaged about 4.5 cars out per day, and I had about $237 per day. So that's pretty good. You know, I had about 10% of my bookings, you know, they added the extra or they added at the end, and 10% of them had deliveries. So that was more money, you know, for me. So that's a good thing. I don't know if you're at 10%, but that's me. I ask every single time. Some people do, some people don't, but at least they know the rules and stuff, cleaning and all that good stuff. So from 1 to 2 day rental and then 3 plus, I had 55% of my bookings 1 or 2 day and 45% 3 plus. So, you know, 1 to 2 days, you know, I have the price higher than 3 days is the discount. But 1 to 2 days, you know, you get paid more, but it's more work. But, you know, the 3 plus, less work, they get paid less. But it all works out. So that's how I get my average. I don't know, what am I averaging? Like 60 something dollars per car per day, around there, which is pretty good with my 10 cars. Total, all of my cars, miles per day was about 70 miles, which, you know, I think that's pretty good with that 200 miles. I have no idea. I'm curious, what is your mileage, you know, right now with the 200 plus? How many people they're driving a day? Is it 70? Is it lower? Is it higher? In Hawaii, you know, just an island, so I don't know how high it will be or how it could be in the future when everything picks back up and all my cars go out every single day. I don't know. But looking at the miles, I had a low of my Camaro actually had 16 days booked at only 41 miles per day. So that's really good. I was like, that's really good. But I had a high, like my yellow car, my worst car, my cheapest car, that averaged 99 miles a day at 17 days. So that's a lot. Imagine if that was every day. It'd be like 3,000 miles. That is crazy. That car already has over 93,000 miles. So I'm hoping that I hope it drops. I might have to raise my prices so it doesn't get booked as much, because that car, I don't know how many more miles I'm gonna get on that car before. The engine, it's still a good car. There's no mechanical issues, but you know, 93,000 miles, engine, you know how that sounds. And on the, you know, sports car, exactly. So on my Sentra, my lease car, so I really need to pay attention to those miles. I averaged 48 miles, so that's good. People didn't really drive that car that far. I mean, 48 is really low. I'm at 25 of the days booked, so that's good. And the rest of my Mustangs, yeah, it was about 70. My new Mustang that people tend to book more than other ones, about 84 on 11 days. So I think mileage-wise, that was pretty good. Yeah, I think that's about all the detail about that. So my next video, I'm gonna talk about things not to do when you're doing Turo. Things that I didn't know. because an issue has come to my attention, that something that I did years ago, and I have to deal with this, and I'm going to go about that in my next video. So if you have any questions, just leave in the comments and I'll answer them. Like, I answer questions instantly unless I'm sleeping. So hit that like button and then subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thanks for watching to the end. Hey, bye.